Hey rock lovers, welcome back to the Red Room with me, MG. Today we're going to be taking a little walk through the second album of 2023 and it's called Ashes of Tomorrow and it's a real rocker. It's probably the heaviest album I've ever done. It's got a lot of influences from like Iron Maiden, Soundgarden, The Zepp, lots of like classic British rock, some little Beatley things going on as well towards the end of the album. So without further ado, let's get stuck in and give it a listen. Right, here we go. Ashes of Tomorrow. Let's get stuck into this big bad boy. First song is called Twisted, and it's a rocker. It's about someone who's just a bit disturbed and twisted and needing someone to save them, to untwist them. So let's give it a wee listen. There we go, that was Twisted. Way! Right, next song, Glimmer of Dope. This is my attempt at doing a really classic British rock song, and it's turned out to be one of my favourite songs I've ever done. It all spun out of the title, Glimmer of Dope, a play on Glimmer of Hope, about people who go through a lot of pain in their lives, and actually smoking a bit of dope gives them a bit of relief. I'm not a big advocate of dope. I'd certainly, if you want to be my guest, it's never done me any favours. It just makes me sleepy, lazy, and fairly useless. I think that's what it does to everybody. But if you want to be my guest, and part of the song was inspired by some events that happened in Singapore where I used to live, and I love Singapore and I've got such great respect for the country and even some of the people that run it, and certainly Lee Kuan Yew, the guy who effectively invented the state. I believe greatly in a lot of his policies, and it is actually working for the benefit of the people in a sort of communisty yet democratic, oddly mashed up kind of way. But I think they've taken it a wee bit too far in some places. They're notoriously hard on anyone involved in any form of drugs dealing, and it's basically instant death penalty. I'm against the death penalty across the board, but I think, dealing a wee bit fucking grass, a wee bag of grass shouldn't warrant you being fucking executed. And there was a case of an Indian guy, low education, immigrant, and he was dealing a wee bit, and they sentenced to death and hung him. And I just thought, for someone that's legal in some US states, and there's shops that sell it, to be killing someone in a country for doing the same thing. Nah, it's just the balance is all wrong. I think it's overkill. Fine for fucking class A's, absolutely, but I just think it is all shades of wrong for a wee bit of something that grows naturally on God's earth. Like they're saying it was God's mistake to put it on the earth. Just not for that at all. So yeah, this is Glimmer of Dope. I love the chorus. I just see me on a stage and thousands of people all singing that back. Please one day make that happen. And then I'm done. I would have ticked every box in life at that point. Anyway, moving on. Track number 3 is called Into the Void. This was me getting into my inner Soundgarden, I think. I just, the riff, everything, the kind of the depth that this song goes to. It's about the one time, having just lambasted Class A drugs, the one time I did acid back in the 90s, early 90s. And there's this well described place called the Void when you take trips and you kind of get inside, and it's like this place everyone through history just comes and hooks up. And then it's all bullshit, but you know, in your head that's what it is, and it's about stepping into the void and having conversations with all these Jim Morrison-y kind of people. Nonsense. Anyway, I love this song. It's called Into the Void. Stone, feel the undertones, coffee-colored sidewalks I drift along, ghosts and memories meander in the trees, running in my bones and feeding on my feet. enjoyed. It goes in some lovely places, this song as well. I'm very happy with my vocals on that one as well. Anyway, moving on. Upsetting You. This is one of these weird songs that the whole concept for it comes out of just like scatting over the top of a riff. So I had this idea for a guitar riff and I was laying it down. And it was a so it was a kind of funky, again Soundgarden-y kind of vibe going on. And the lyrics were just came out as we were going da 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 da, upsetting you, upsetting you, and I love the way the emphasis on upsetting you, upsetting you. Just made it a little bit interesting. Some way, different way of phrasing the words. I really enjoyed. So take a little listen and see what you think. Just drop it out there. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, that song. I love riffs like that. Just yeah. Oh, brilliant. Next song, The Junk and the Monk. Now I was having a little conversation with my mate Craig, my bestie, and we were. I think we might have been on a conversation of Glimmer of Dope, and we're talking about living a balanced life. And he came up with the title. It was a phrase. He just said, "You've got to be somewhere between the monk and the junk." And I thought, "Oh, that's brilliant. I love that." And I just instantly typed him and said, "I'm going to write a song about that right now." And 3 hours later, I had written, recorded, and produced it, and I sent him it back, and he was just like, "What the fuck? How do you do that? Literally with a conversation 3 hours ago and you've now presented me with the finished article." And I'm like, sometimes it just goes boom. So this is The Junk and the Monk, and I fucking love it.
Keep
Oh man. Oh, such fun. Alright, I'm going to tone it down a little bit now for the next song. Track 6 is called Forever You, and it's just a song of love about my missus. You know, it's like, it's always been you, it's forever you, and don't want anything else. This is Forever You.
Stick around and I'll stick to you like glue, girl. Epidermic intravenous, we have combined two. Move as one, we're drifting off to float among the stars. Nothing gonna stop us now. The universe is ours. I'm yours, you're mine. Like a padlock on a bridge, forever it may stay. Stick a memo on my fridge to have a real good day. Spend the afternoon to find the sweeties that you like. Roses on your pillowcase to help you sleep alright. I'm yours and you're mine. Eyes wide in the sky, forever yours. Eyes wide in the night, forever yours.
Forever You. Yes, indeed. Alright, moving on. Next song, Manifest Destiny. I mean, it's a serious topic. If you don't know what it is, it's the American colonists or pre-American colonists who arrived in North America and just went, "This is ours!" And the poor indigenous people going, "Huh? What? Is it? Well, here, have some turkeys." And then we all know what happened after that. And you know, it's really about the continual racism in America and the self-righteousness of people who think they own the place and belong in it. It's like you've set up a bunch of ideals, and that's fantastic, and it was done at the expense of the people who lived there. And I don't think they're forgotten about, but they're very often overlooked. And I might upset people by saying that, you know. Especially, you know, you've got a country to be proud of, but, you know, it's got some shaky foundations. And I think there's a lot to be solved going forward. And I hope it does work out, because the American Constitution is brilliant. So, let's take a little listen to this, and it's heavy as fuck. Ancestral ties slowly erase. Casual souls bringing the waves, making a room for millions of slaves, bringing an arrow to a gunfight in fair and easy. Walking around like they own the place. Oh, hell has come to heaven. Ashes of honor and of an era slain by your gun. There we go. And it carries on much in the same vein. In fact, it gets heavier and more mental. And the end of the song is a little homage. I'm not going to skip it forward. Go on Spotify and give it a listen. Manifest Destiny by MG. And yeah, it's at the very end of the song is a little homage to one of my favourite metal bands of all time. And you've just got to guess who it is. Anyway, next song is called So Cold. It's just about being locked out by your lover when you're in the bad books in the doghouse, and you know it's like fucking Siberia when you walk in the house and she's sitting there like, what did you do? Which invariably happens in her house from time to time, but it warms up pretty quickly. This is So Cold. There you go, that was a very short snippet, but from start to the end of the chorus. I mean, it's 2 minutes and 57, so that's probably one of the shortest songs I've ever written. In fact, it might be the shortest song I've ever written. So, there's not a lot to it, but what's in there is... right, Slaves, track number 9. This is just about us being slaves to the machine, slaves to the grind, as Sebastian Bach of Skid Row once screamed. Take a little listen. Clothes. So this is just kind of bringing down towards the end of the album. And track number 10, We Are Hope. This song. You know what? I wanted to write something that had a kind of Hey Jude value, a big sing-along, get your lighters out kind of thing. And then I came up with the melody and I'm like, oh yeah, that's it. This is my Hey Jude. And love the song. 6.5 minutes long. It's about the same length, if not slightly longer than Hey Jude. Because it's got a big bit at the end that's all chanty and everyone can sing along. And there was one night, my mum and my stepdad were visiting and we'd had a little drink or two, and the wife and kids had all gone to bed, so they're trying to get to sleep. And I let my mum and stepdad hear this song. And we loved it so much, we sang it for about an hour on loop. Pushed. Like, we are hope. And the next morning, my wife was fucking furious. My kids are like, I never want to hear that song again! Dad, you bastard! So, I've never been able to hear it quite the same now, without thinking of their woes and their complaints. But anyway, this is We Are Hope. See what you think.
When the light of hope is gone and the will to carry on, it can seem like there's nothing we can do. But I'm here to tell you, friends, that the future isn't sad, and tomorrow is open to your dreams. If hope lives in our hearts, then fear is in our minds. We can overcome as we join our hands and say we are hope. We are hope. We are hope.
There we go. We are hope. We are the children of tomorrow, and we are hope. And we can make the world a better place, etc., etc. Let's go and do something about it then. Go on. You. Go and just fucking go and do something about it. If only we could. We can. I'm a positive person. I'm an optimist. I always think things will turn out for the best, because, yeah, we're intelligent, most of us. Anyway, that was Ashes of Tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going through the back catalogue, so we'll start going back to, like, I'm moving in the direction of my very first album. But if you're watching this, then the wee thing that comes up in the box down here, that will be the next album after this one. Whilst I'm recording them backwards, when you watch it, the next one will be the one after it. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, so if you haven't already, please like and subscribe down below. And I promise to bring you lots more of what I consider to be quite good music in these days of dwindling rock and the lack of white males in the music industry. We're a rare breed now. We used to be everywhere. We were prolific. It was nothing but white people. Now it's dominated by hip hop, which I can't fucking stand. Well, some of it, but most of it's just trite. And lots of amazing female artists out there. And it's like when your options for you want to listen to rock music, and like the fucking BBC, their definition of rock music is Coldplay. Right? I mean, I'm not knocking Coldplay, but is that it? Is that all we've got? You know, it's like, oh, touring this year, Coldplay and the Foo Fighters, who I fucking love. But like, there's not a lot of choice anymore, and there ought to be a lot more fucking choice, because there's a lot of great bands still out there, and you never hear the bands anymore, and that's a fucking disgrace. So if I could change anything about our future, it would be have more fucking rock music in it, and you can be any colour or fucking race or sex, I don't care. Get more fucking rock music out there. It's brilliant. You fucking lose your mind to it at concerts. It's the fucking greatest thing ever. So just get off your arse and sign more bands. Yeah. C words. Anyway, see you later. Have an awesome day, my friends. Ciao.